going on? In this video I'm going to be talking about the 5 unheard benefits of high testosterone. So you probably heard of the amazing benefits guys experience with higher testosterone levels naturally, like sex drive, muscle growth, all that good stuff. But today I'm going to mention different ones that people don't really realize that are benefits of high testosterone. So let's get into it. So you can see a list here, and I'm going to elaborate and go deeper into each one of them into greater depth. So let's get into it. So first one is being calm and collective. A lot of individuals believe that having higher testosterone levels will lead to being aggressive, being emotional, and things like that. But that's further from the truth, because those signs are high in individuals who have high estrogen, prolactin, serotonin, which is quite the opposite when it comes to having high testosterone levels naturally. You may be heard some guys talking about roid rage. That's when people take steroids and things like that. Yes, because they're not doing it naturally, and doing it naturally versus synthetically are two completely different things. Because when you do it naturally, you're optimizing all aspects. For instance, for testosterone to be produced, it needs to go from vitamin A to cholesterol to pregnenolone to progesterone to DHEA. I might have butchered that, but it goes in that. There's a process. But when you synthetically do it, you're only focusing on one aspect. But what about all the other aspects, which give you a positive feedback loop? So you're missing all those stuff. Same with supplements. I know a lot of guys want to take supplements to boost their testosterone levels naturally, but you're looking at one aspect. Okay, you have this entire process and you're doing things to only increase this process, but what about this? Why are you struggling with this? I see a lot of individuals, they want to work under stress because they're anxious. So they do these meditations or like herbs, but you're only looking at the surface. What's the root issue that you're experiencing these things? So that's where I'm going with this. So having higher testosterone levels, you're going to be more calm and collective. Number 2, you're going to be more optimistic. Are you someone that anything you want to do when it comes to starting a business, making new friends, approach a chick, whatever it is that you're trying to do, you're very pessimistic. You're always looking at, oh, what if this is going to happen, this. You're always overthinking, overanalyzing. You'll be surprised, that's a metabolic issue. When you improve your testosterone levels, you're going to look at the positive side of everything, because you're high on life. You just feel so much better. Remember when you were a little kid, you were all excited about things because you're in a good metabolic state. So having higher testosterone levels naturally is going to help you with being more optimistic. Do you ever go to the gym? Let's say you're an individual that goes to the gym, listens to music a lot because you feel better, hang out with friends, do fun things. You'll realize that all these things cause you to spike your metabolic rate. Hence why you feel so good. That's why some people even become addicted to training, because normally the metabolic rate is low. So they're going to repeat things to improve their metabolic rate. Same with coffee, nicotine. All these things boost your metabolic rate and your testosterone. Hence why people are addicted to it. But what if I told you that you can do it a different way? You would start thinking about it more. So having higher testosterone levels is going to make you more optimistic. Number 3, we have attraction. When you have higher testosterone levels, you're going to be more attractive to the opposite sex. Why is that? Because for you to have high testosterone levels naturally, you need to be in a state in which you're healthy, you're fueling yourself, all the processes are taken care of. So you're going to build a nice physique, a V-taper, which women are biologically attracted to, just like you are attracted to a woman which is beautiful, has the hips, because it tells you she can bear children and she's healthy. Likewise with you, when you have higher testosterone levels, you're going to look more attractive. There was a study done in which they took pictures of men and they gave them to women, and they had to choose who who they were most attracted to. The guy that they picked had the highest testosterone levels in the group. And why is that? Because when you have higher testosterone levels, your posture is better, right? You look more attractive. There's something different about you. You seem confident. It's like you're smiling, but you're just attractive. There's something about you that people can't put their finger on it, but it's attractive. And that's your hormonal profile, right? Your skin looks better, whatever it is. Then we have number 4, which is stress tolerance. So in this study there was a group of mice, right? And one group of mice was just went in, they threw them in a pool of water that they cannot escape from, and they had to swim. And another group, they gave them lactobacillus strain, a probiotic, which boosts testosterone levels naturally. The group that did not have the probiotics just gave up. They were ready to die. But the group that had the probiotics, which boosts testosterone levels naturally, they kept swimming. They did not give up. Because when you have higher testosterone levels, you have a higher stress tolerance. So if you're an individual that gives up easy, you're not getting your work finished, you're not succeeding in the things that you want to succeed, check your testosterone levels, right? There was even a study done in which, same thing, 2 groups, one group of mice, they threw them into a pool of water and they gave up very easily, right? And there was another group in which they threw mice or rats, rodents, and a few minutes in, they took some of them out. So the other ones seen that, so now they had motivation. They were driven and motivated because they seen someone else accomplish, get out. So they were driven and motivated, just like you. If you're hanging out with losers that leave you helpless, that's going to affect you, right? But if you're hanging around with winners, if you're not making money and you hang out with guys who are making money, now you're motivated, you're not going to give up. So your environment is very powerful. It's mentioned in the Bible that your environment, the people you hang with, is very important. Iron sharpens iron, just like your friends sharpen you, you know. The number 5, we have dopamine. So as you know, dopamine is a hormone that gets you like motivated, it makes you happy, things like that. Remember when you were young and everything just seemed right, everything was vivid. When you had dreams, there were vivid dreams as well. But now when you dream, you can't really remember. They're very mellow dreams. You just sleep sometimes. When you wake up, it's like, remember you see these videos when you're younger, everything's like strong colors, and now everything's like gray, like the colors are gone off. That's due to your dopamine levels. So you need to fix those things, and that goes back to being optimistic. Dopamine makes you more optimistic, makes you driven. And when it comes to dopamine, right, when you have high estrogen and you get a spike of dopamine, that dopamine spike gets cut in half, and that's what leads to addictions. Things that boost your dopamine could be coffee, drugs, things like that, even being out in the sun, right? But when you have high testosterone and you get a spike in dopamine, that dopamine spike gets prolonged. DHT, I'm pretty sure, not testosterone. So testosterone, 5-AR, and then DHT, right? So when you have high DHT, that dopamine gets prolonged, and that's the motivation that builds businesses and builds a lifestyle and builds your life, right? Same thing comes when it comes to addictions. The reason why people are addicted to things is because of inflammation, and it's like a coping, right? So when you do these things, it boosts your metabolic rate, it lowers the inflammation. That's why you keep going back to those addictions, right? So all goes back to all these things. So yeah, that being said, hopefully you got some value out of this video. If you did, give it a like, and yeah, comment what you thought of this video, and I'll see you later. Peace.